Former President Donald Trump is busy on the campaign trail this week with events planned in Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Michigan. Over the weekend, the former president addressed his future if he does not win in November.
If you're not successful this time, do you see yourself running again in 4 years?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I think that will be it. I don't see that at all. I think hopefully we're going to be successful.
All right, well, CBS News campaign reporter Olivia Rinaldi joins me now with the latest on Trump's campaign. Olivia, in his interview there with Cheryl Atkinson, he was asked to address how he would tackle inflation by bringing food and energy prices down, but he did not really sort of point to a specific plan. This is something I feel like voters have been kind of concerned about or complaining about, not just when it came to Donald Trump, but also Harris, sort of a lack of details. Are voters sort of alarmed by this?
Well, good morning, Anne Marie. It's good to be with you. Of the voters I've talked to, at least in Trump's camp, they tell me they're not quite alarmed by this. They actually enjoy that his plan is simplified in what they tell me of just, we're going to bring energy costs down, and that in turn is going to bring inflation down. Economists that I've talked to about the issue say it's a little bit more complex than that, and it would require a lot more detail and a lot more, effort and process into the pipeline from cutting energy to lowering inflation. Those are often two separate entities, but it's about Trump's economic plan and bringing helpful energy back to the voters about the economy, that he alone can fix it. He can bring down those high prices. That is something that does resonate with the voters I talk to.
Well, it worked the last time around, that sort of phrasing and that sort of language. Trump is holding a rally in Pennsylvania today. What can we expect to hear from him?
Yeah, he's doing a tour, actually, of Western Pennsylvania. I'm in Pittsburgh right now, but heading to Smithton later, and that's where he'll participate in a panel with the conservative think tank talking about protecting American agriculture from China. That's to bring down costs, to help farmers, to help build agriculture in this country, rather than ceding any land or perhaps any ground on food development to China. So that's the goal there in Smithton. But then Trump will actually go to the Indiana University of Pennsylvania, where he will hold a rally today. That's actually a college campus and aligns with some of his goals in reaching out to younger audiences. That's kind of how he's been doing, or why rather he's been doing these podcasts, why you've seen him doing Twitter Spaces, is to reach out to those young voters about issues that might concern them, like Bitcoin. So we'll see Trump do that later on today, and then you mentioned he'll be campaigning tomorrow in Georgia and then later in the week in Michigan.
All right, Olivia, thank you.